Hello and welcome back to the... Oh, wow, I didn't know you could... Wasad. It's not very fast. Oh, shift makes it faster. Wow, that's super cool! Anyway, welcome back to the stream that has been delayed for a while due to life and stuff. Um... Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. We're losing signal. Which is understandable considering this satellite has very poor communications technology. Anyway, when last we left off, I'm pretty sure we were just going to do some boring rescue missions from around Serpent. Because they pay a lot of money and they're easy. So let me see what missions we have. A orbital thing around Serpent, plant flag, science from space around Serpent. Add a thermometer to that satellite, damn it. Recover module, rescue a guy, and rescue a guy. So we're gonna do rescue, maybe even plant the thermometer, science and plant. That's what this mission is gonna do. And I believe we can use the Serpent X2 for this. Let's open it up. Serpent 2 Rescue, Serpent X2 I believe is the one I want. Because it has the lander, which we need, and it has room for stuff, which is nice. I am going to throw on, say, 4 extra of those things, just to be sure. Seat 0 inventory. Oh, I do have lots of stuff. Awesome. Brilliant. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we can launch this whenever we want. Let's save and continue. Could never have too many thermometers. They're light and affect the flight profile of this thing insignificantly. Looks like we have another 5 days before the VAB. We have Sekhmet and Frost. Frost is going to be hard to get to, but Sekhmet isn't. Do I already have a probe in orbit for Sekhmet? I don't appear to, no. Alright, let's see what debris we can get rid of while we're in the screen. 34 is deletable. 36 is deletable. 43 is deletable. 40 is deletable. 40 is also deletable. Landed at launch pad, landed at launch pad, landed at launch pad. Awesome. Sweet. Do we have any, we do. We have unknown objects. Any chance you're going to, no. There is no chance you're going to hit, Eden. I have never seen an asteroid with that extreme. That's crazy. Whoa. Alright. Beside the point. We can stop tracking that. I don't really care about that one. It doesn't pose a threat to anything, really. I do want to send out more Sentinel satellites, because the more we get, the more objects we track. And unknown object tracking is nice because you can get science from them. You can get quite a lot of science from them. We have mapped 3 of 15 suitable asteroids. Awesome. Actually, I want to see where that third is. Because if that intersects us at any given time, I think that's the one I just tracked. Yeah, we have these 2 large ones. that are also... that one's better, but it still doesn't look like it's gonna impact Eden. So let's stop tracking those. I don't need to know about them. Alright, let's launch our Serpent X2. Let's see who can go. We do need at least one engineer to attach the thing. So you've orbited around Serpent. Do I have any scientists that haven't... Plant flag on Serpent. Plant flag on Serpent. Plant flag on Serpent. No. All my scientists are good. Winfrey is orbited. Sure, you can go. I don't care. You haven't even been to Serpent, so you can go too. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I should have added the fancy new thing that we got. The Chaos module that you can just slap onto the side of something rather than having to incorporate it into the stack. But oh well. Alrighty. We don't need to wait for any specific window or anything, so we can just go. That was almost perfect timing. I did not intend for that. Then I just realized I'm not streaming, I'm recording. Whoopsie daisy. That's brilliant of me. Alright, I may have waited too long before starting this turn. I forget how well these things fall apart on staging. Pretty well. Okay. That's not too bad. We're just left with the sustainer engine, which hopefully will start actually kicking in here soon. Alright, fine. It's clearly been a while since I've launched one of these, because I am just messing up the entire sun profile. But looks like it'll be easy to recover from. We've got plenty of Delta V in this stage. Plus we have an upper stage. Alright, that might be good enough. Yeah, it looks like it's good enough. Right, and I need to land on the face. On Serpent, the skull. That'll be fun. Probably be challenging. Because I doubt that it's very flat. Alright, we are decently high enough. Do we have any extendable solar panels? We do. Do we have any extendable solar panels on this thing? We do as well. But I just realized that high enough does not mean high enough. And I'd rather not break off bits of the ship. Alrighty, that's good enough. 150 kilometers. It's high enough to be stable as we skim through the rest of the atmosphere. There we go. Alrighty. So, we want to get to Serpent. And it looks like, if I'm really crazy, might be able to just go straight there. Wahaha. Circularizing orbits is for chumps. Apparently, reaction control systems are also for chumps. If I can disable crossfeed, I could probably use this to be a little bit more effective. So that way only the lander's reaction control system will use the lander's RCS fuel. Alright. I don't actually know how long this burn will take, but I feel like it will take a decent amount of time. I don't like that you are activated. Let's shut down that engine. I don't like this at all. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. Go, nuclear engine, go! I have faith in you. Oh, right. I can actually extend the things now. Of course, if I can actually find the other things, there they are. Wish. I forget what mod it was. I think it's the Interstellar mod that has big fuel tanks that are just liquid fuel, so you don't have to just remove the oxidizer makes them more weight savvy. But alas, I don't have that mod because it gets very... It's more complicated, but it also gets kind of cheaty in the late game with the fusion engine, or the antimatter, or the warp drive. I mean, it's fun, but it's also just not... It's not what I want to be doing with this campaign. It's the long and the short of it. Looks like... And I'm clearly off course by a significant amount. I'm just going to keep going. Because I have plenty of life support here. But I do remember that life support does start getting used up pretty quickly once you start adding people to the spacecraft. Something tells me I'm going to need to go radial a significant amount to get the encounter proper. So let's do that. Alright, there we go. Oh, derp. Alright, let's turn this thing around, get ready to land, or not land, well, yes land, but enter orbit's the proper word that I meant to say. Alright, that's probably enough. Reaction control systems, or don't waste any monopropellant, even though we have plenty of monopropellant. Right, and where is the skull? It's over there, I think. I don't need to have this open. Alarm clock, go away. Yeah, that's definitely the skull. Of course, I don't have a ground track because... Oh, that actually helps. Oh, there we go. Now I have just the horrendous ground track. There we go. Alright, I've got plenty of fuel in the lander, so I think I'm just going to use the lander to do all of the, well, landing bits. Am I still, like, burning the right way? Yes, I am, but I'm well past periapse. So what I may as well do is wait for another go. Since I've got plenty of food and fuel and everything, may as well. Oh. Alright, yeah, okay, fine. Let's do another. Wait for another pass. There's the skull. I like that it's a poisonous planet and it comes with its own skull. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. And we may as well do a short burn up here to securize the orbit. Just a very short burn. There we go. Awesome. So now we have to reach that. I do have a lot of Delta V in this upper stage, don't I? Now that I say that. Good, I also have a probe core. So I don't have to send a pilot down. Winfrey is the person. Now that I say that, though, if I transfer him, yeah, let's quick save this. Because Winfrey is the guy that has the bombs. So if I transfer Winfrey to a different place, good. They keep their inventory. Awesome. So let's decouple. Have you pull away. Oh, I also need science from around Kerbin. Or around Serpent. Which I can probably do by taking a crew report and transmitting. Unable to transmit because I don't have any antenna. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Alright. That's fine. So, we want our eccentricity to be, or not eccentricity, inclination to be at least high enough to reach the skull, which means as we cross the equator, we're going to need to burn north-west. Which is this direction. Let's activate that engine too. Alrighty. And Let's open up the big map while we're at it. 'Cause we want to get up to this level. Our don't know what the word for it is. The highest point in the orbit, laterally or latitudinally. I don't think that's the actual skull. Because this is saying the skull's at night, or in the night side, and it's clearly on the Terminator right now. I think about there, maybe a little bit more. Interesting. I don't think that is the skull, but I don't see where else it could be. Anyway. We do have a fairly eccentric orbit now, unfortunately. So, when we come back around, we'll boost ourselves upwards. Good, we have lots of food on this thing. Whoop. Not too far now. There we go. Oh. There's a new asteroid somewhere. It's Class E, though. So, at best, I'd be able to, wow, it's super eccentric, too. But at best, I'd be able to get to it, but I wouldn't be able to move it anywhere, unfortunately. Because Class E's are very heavy. I'm just waiting for the, thing to come around. And it looks like maybe one more. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I can expend the modern propellant. I have the fuel to do it. Let's drop this down to, I don't know, 8,000's good. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the skull right there. Which means we should be able to tell where it is. That is the skull. Okay, so the day-night is just broken. Brilliant. Alright, the question is, where do we want to land? Let's pop open our landing legs. Still got plenty of fuel in this thing. So we don't even have to just land one place. Let's pop our APWAPs back up. So I don't want to crash into the actual mountain. Looks a lot less like a skull from this angle. Thinking if we can over here, just kind of next to the forehead, see if we can move ourselves that way. Nope, wrong way. Still do want to slow down too, though. Hey, you can see my shadow. What's the slope? It's not too bad. Still, I think I might have gone too far this way. Alright, let's point ourselves upwards and use action control systems to negate the rest of my horizontal velocity. There we go. And just keep an eye on the thing. What's our slope here? 11.5. That's not too bad. And there we go. Nice easy landing. It's always crazy how small it looks from a distance compared to how big it looks once you're actually landed. There we go. There's the skull. We're right between its eyes. Alright, I don't think we need to do any science. I mean, I guess we can do the ones that give us a tiny little bit more if we recover it. But I think the rest of it is all... Oh, we get a little bit more from that. That's good. Okay. So let's take that data. Can we take the data from here? No, of course we can't. Let's collect the data, and we're not a scientist, so we can't restore anything. But that's fine. We're also not a scientist, so we don't get the maximum amount of data from this, but that's also fine. Alright, I think I want to go up to the nose, which I believe is up there. No, the nose is that way. Let's see if I can get there on one tank of gas. Or RCS pack. Should have given myself a spare. But too late now. Yeah, looks like I'll be able to make it. Hopefully. I mean, I guess the hard part isn't getting there, it's being able to come back. It's the hardest part of every space mission. Getting there is easy. Coming back alive, that's where the trick comes in. Don't. Yep. 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 Just so long as you stop bouncing before you hit that cliff there, I'll be fine. Awesome. And almost exactly half of a pack was used, which is not ideal. But we're also up higher, so hopefully getting back down will be easier. Or I could run the full 2.4 kilometers. But nobody wants to see that. That would be ridiculous. Can't really tell it's a skull from this angle. But that's fine. Let's plant the flag. Which immediately gives us $150,000. Skull Mountain, because I'm creative like that. Let's also take a surface sample because we do get a little bit of extra. Yeah, that is going to be annoying. Let's take an EVA report just to ensure we get the science from around Serpent thing. Yeah, science from space around Serpent. Alright, can't go too fast, but I also can't go too slow, because then I'll be wasting all my fuel not hitting the ground. But if I go too fast, I'll be wasting all my fuel decelerating. 'Tis a conundrum. If only we were better at spur-of-the-moment calculus, I could probably figure out the optimum speed. But it looks like it did just fine. Although I do have to remember I need a little bit of extra fuel to actually get into the spacecraft, because this thing doesn't have a ladder on it. But it looks like I chose the right side. Awesome. Straight in. Okay. Now I could land somewhere else and just like pepper this area with flags. But I think the one is enough, right on the nose. So next step is to re-rendezvous with the Serpent. Or, I mean, I do have a lot of Delta V in this thing. I could rendezvous with this, and then get back to the Serpent and do all the rescue stuff. I like that idea. So let's take off. We need to go basically just straight east, which is this way. Goodbye, Skullface. I may return, but I don't know when or why. Hey, maybe the skull has the best resources. I don't know. I could make a skull base. That wouldn't be very ideal because of its inclination. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there might be another one. Ah. Sorry about that. Yes, thank you. Yes, I wanted to warp to the periapse, which is inside Serpent at the moment. That's exactly what I wanted to do, game. Oh. I think the fuel tanks are gone. They're used up. So I don't need them anymore. Ah, the joys of asparagus staging. Alright, 43 is probably enough. I do need to fix this inclination a bit. Descending node, I will need to burn northward to fix that. And northward is this way. Of course, it would help if I actually had the right nav ball up. Probably good until I get a bit closer. Because if you're pushing the node away from you, it means you're not close enough to the node to actually perform the burn with as much efficiency. There we go. So that's our target. So we just need to, well, first let's just round out our orbit just to be safe. Was that a, oh, that was my periapse thing. Great, brilliant, perfect. So now it's just a matter of going out and finding it. Which it looks like it's going to be right about there. So this mission was one of my first first Serpent Sat missions that still has yet to be finished because I forgot to have a thermometer on board. So maybe, finally, if the game is nice to me, I'll be able to actually finish this mission. Alright, let's do the rest with RCS. There we go. 200 meters. I like it. Alrighty. So now, let's equip this. Go down there. So it has the materials bay, does not have the satellite, does not have the thermometer. But in all other ways, the satellite is perfect. So, ideally, once we attach the thermometer, should be good. Maintain stability. But it apparently doesn't count as a new unmanned probe, even though it was new for the time. That's lame. I totally accomplished that contract, game. Lame. Alright, let's get back and rendezvous with Serpent X again. Set as target. So the first thing I'm going to do is just deorbit. Get down closer. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. No, come back. Damn it, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, reach the designated orbit. If I EVA you, you are not an unmanned probe. Dang it! No! That's so lame. Okay. Even though you do have a probe body, a probe core, okay. Arg! Well, I tried. Let's resume operation. Get down and crash. Well, not crash, just get down. 48's good enough. Let's set as that target. Alright, we're gonna need to burn southward at this node, which is in this direction. I mean northward, not southward, northward. Yes, that makes more logical sense. There we go. Alright, now where is... There it is. It's behind us. which is good because we are above it. So somewhere around here will be the proper interception, which is obviously in another orbit. So it's somewhere around there. Get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. That's good enough. It's right there anyway. It's not like we have any shortage of fuel to reach it. And there's another thing behind us. That is Shervin's wreck. Let's see. Sangan and Shervin. So that's actually one of the people we need to rescue. Alright. So there's the engine, which means it's around the other side. That is the U. Set as target. All right. I hate this thing because it feels backwards. Hello. Oh, guess I can't click on the actual thing. All right. There we go. We do need to back it up. Oh, what was that? Oh, chaos. Oh, too far, too far. No. I'm a failure. A failure at life. Alright, there we go. And a firm seal. Awesome. So let's transfer, let's lock that. Transfer all the liquid fuel we have in this thing out. Because we don't need it anymore. Let's transfer you back into here. Let's get rid of that docking thing that I don't need anymore. And as I say that, I also want to ensure that we actually grab all the science from here. Which of course is going to require going to the other side. Presumably. Take data. There we go. While we're at it, we may as well take this data too. And board. Alright. So we've got the science. We can undock that. And let's point backwards. Pull ourselves to one side so we don't hit the craft on our way out. And use the reaction control system to deorbit, because we already got rid of all our fuel. But we have plenty of monopropellant, which is all that matters, as long as we have some way of propelling ourselves. Alright, there we go. Switch back over. And since we have this wreckage already so close to us, what we can do... Did I already set as target? Good. What we can do is rendezvous with it. That might actually be too far. I don't think we can get under it. Alright. We have a decent amount of delta V. Let's just do the brute force method. And we have plenty of monopropellant, so we may as well use that up. This is definitely going to mess up our orbit. Wow, that actually worked out a lot better than I had ever anticipated. Alright, I'm definitely gonna deorbit and die if I stay on this trajectory, but luckily I have this thing called an engine, and I don't have to stay on this trajectory. Alright, but I do need to start the null velocity maneuver pretty soon, because this engine is not very strong an engine. What I'm doing when I do this, by the way, is I'm pushing the retrograde velocity in that direction, which means we'll be once again moving directly towards the target. Which I'm not exactly sure about the mathematics of it, but I feel like that should be pushing us, you know, giving us a better encounter. Once again do this, maybe 40 meters per second. That gives us a 200 meter encounter, which is plenty. It also gives us a chance to crash into Serpent. Although we technically could land on this thing. We have a +1 thrust to weight ratio. I don't have any landing legs on this, but oh well. Who needs landing legs? Alright, there we go. Really? Really, game? Really? I just happened to catch it as it was... Ah, I hate you so much sometimes. Okay. Switch to Serpent X. Let's try this again. Of course you're going to do that. Let's just force it into the orbital mode. It's really annoying when it rolls my camera around. That's actually a really cool picture. I'm going to screenshot that. And disable the aerodynamic forces. Alright, you don't need to go into the command module. You can just sit in the hitchhiker can. What I do need to do also is get Winfrey out. I want to make sure that none of these are rescue and recover. No. No, good. Some of them are rescue and recover their Hulk. And so if you blow up their Hulk, you fail, because that's not recovering, that's blowing up. So we've already got that equipped. Alright, set up. Let's give ourselves 60 minutes. And of course you do that thing again. It's a problem with doing these rescue missions in low orbit. Alrighty. Let's get on board. And set up for the next target, which is... I guess I have to rendezvous with all three of them anyway. I believe Sangan. Hey, Winfrey. He's the guy we have in our... he's our engineer. Alright. Let's push ourselves into a higher orbit, because we can't get much of a lower orbit. That's interesting. So when it exploded, it stopped moving relative to Serpent. So our 400 meters per second... Huh. I'm worried that that might have caused a problem. Like, if that explosion had actually hit us, would we have died? I don't know. I'm glad it didn't hit us, and we didn't have to find out. There we go. The lander just exploded. Nope. Alright. I believe I have Sangan as next. So, now we just need to find out where to do the rendezvous maneuver. Which, of course, is going to be on the night side of the planet. Because why wouldn't it be on the night side? Oh, derp. I didn't see the other. I was waiting for it split into two. I didn't see that it already had. Because I'm a genius. So, let's see if we can get any closer than 1.4 or 2.8. Alright, it looks like that's working. Point 1 is probably more than enough. Let's rotate around so we can avoid actually hitting it. That would be less than ideal. Alrighty. And of course I don't know where the other ship is, and it's night so I can't tell. Nope, that's a star. That's Eden. Ugh. Okay. Well, you're floating out away from it now. There it is. Ah. Those view changes will be the death of me. I swear. One day it's gonna happen right when I have the least amount of fuel. Okay. Can I grab it with my feet? Yes, I can. Get on board. Send Winfrey out there. Send Winfrey out there. There it is. No. That's a flag. Okay. Let's send Winfrey out there and time accelerate to the daytime so I can actually see what the heck's up. There it is. Your inventory open. You already have the thing equipped, which is good. Let's put this down to 5 meters. I'm not sure if that's a radius or a diameter. I would assume radius. It was so hard to control during those view changes. Alright. Let's get out of here. Awesome. So now, how much food do we have left? 1 day. Okay. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. I'm guessing that means most of my food went with the landing craft. I'll have to fix that in the designer if I remember by the time I actually land this thing. And I'm not going to rendezvous with this thing. I'm just going to delete it and be a cheater. I mean, I could rendezvous with it just to blow it up, but that's boring and no one wants to see that. So let's just get home and do some other stuff. Hey! We have 5 asteroids now. Alright, it's going to be somewhere around here that we do the burn. Yeah, basically just right there. Really add more food and stuff to this thing, because once we start piling in rescuees, our life support system does get drained pretty quickly, which is not ideal. Hey, we might re-enter into the sunrise. That's always fun. If I put this to like 37, I'll probably re-enter into the sunrise. Probably best to do that anyway because this is a bit of a heavier re-entry capsule than normal. So we have the hitchhiker thing as well. We get enough electric charge that way. We do. Okay. That's an interesting thing I never thought about with this design. When the ship is like this, it doesn't get much electric charge. It'd almost make more sense to put these right here so that when these are head on, or these are end on into the sun, these are face on into the sun. Rather than here, where these are end on and these are end on, and we don't get any charge at all. Well, we do get enough, but still. Alright, let's ditch this off to one side. Let's do a quick save too, just in case. What is heating up? Oh, it's the hitchhiker camp. That's not good. That is very not good. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've landed one of these before. But I still don't like this. I'm glad I chose a shallower angle to enter from than going all the way down to 35 or 32. Still might have been prudent to go a little bit shallower, because 90% is a bit extreme. Oh good, it's calming down now though. Oh, goodbye stage that's still mostly intact somehow. And hello, that must be the launch site. Yeah. Sweet. We're gonna actually land pretty close to the launch pad. And by pretty close, I mean probably, you know, hundreds of kilometers away. especially since we're now actually going up. But we're deep enough that this up phase isn't going to last very long. We're not actually going to skip, thankfully. That used up a lot of ablator, jeez. And gently down into the water. Well, 7 meters per second is still very fast. Alright. Can we take like any science from this position? No. Lame. Crew report? No. Fine. Surface sample, perchance. Yay! 3 science for a surface sample. I'll take it. $204. Plus we're almost at 3 million again. So we could get landing, which gives us medium landing gears, which will be useful eventually. Along with these landing legs. I like these landing legs. Don't really need these. And these are still too expensive. I really want to get up here. But I'll take the landing legs for now. Alright. So this one, I'm just going to close it out. Because I finished it. Temperature surface of Serpent. That's a lot of money. It's also very boring. Class D into orbit around Eden is a lot to ask. D is a large one. There's a third recovery thing we could do. I think for now I'm just going to do these 2 recoveries. Although we did get a fifth rock to look at, and let's see whether or not that has any chance of being recovered. Nope, it was another huge one. Alright, fine. Man, those probes are taking forever to get to their places. What are you? How much signal are you getting? Because Eden is basically on the other side of the sun from you, but I don't think it's going to matter all that much. Okay, yeah, I understand. We did get a lot of money. We only have 2 bars. I don't like that. But there's nothing I can really do about it, except... Oh, that is extended already. So, do we have... Is there a way to get another transfer window from... Kerbin to Osiris? When is that? It's 100 days away. That's not too bad. That's... Wow. Alice is actually going to get here up soon. That's nice. Pearl is still a long ways away. Osiris is still a long ways away. So I will be able to launch a second better Osiris probe before this even reaches Osiris. That's kind of sad. So I've got a crew transfer, and then a Sekhmet window, Frost window, Osiris window. It's a lot of windows. A lot of windows, not a lot of science yet. These are very long-term investment science things. But unfortunately, I think that'll be it for today. Sorry this was a recording and not a stream. Next time I'll hit the right button. But until then, see you around. Hopefully we'll do more exciting stuff eventually.